one thing about Jesus.
Keon, I told you, I don't want to hear nothing else about Jesus.
Watch out! He's not going to stop.
Hey, what is this guy doing?
Oh my God, it's too late. He's gonna hit us.
No, it can't be.
God, I'm too young to die. Jesus, help us.
I'm not ready to die! I heard this terrible sound of screaming, glass breaking, metal crunching, and fabric ripping. It seemed like it was going on forever, in slow motion, but it all happened in a fraction of a second.
I knew this was it. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to say goodbye to my mom and dad. The only thing I could say was, I love you, Mom, but I'm going to be alright.
As quickly as the loud noise had begun, it became deathly quiet. I could hear my heart beat. With each beat, something splattered out of my chest.
I knew that I had passed from life to death, but I felt more alive than ever. There was a freedom there. I found myself outside my body. I felt myself looking down at the wreck. Then I heard a voice, Keon, come forth. I knew at an instant whose voice it was. I recognized it immediately.
As I lay there, I could see my whole life flashing before my eyes. I saw everyone. The last thing I remembered was seeing Keon and him asking me if I wanted to know Jesus. I told him I had my whole life ahead of me, and I would save that Jesus stuff in the days when I got old. Then I felt my eyes sinking into my head. My last breath was leaving me. I knew I was going to die, and I was scared, so scared.
My spirit was lifted from this earth. I felt myself speeding through a number of galaxies, traveling at light speed. Then I saw this magnificent city, beaming with light, with a great heavenly chorus.
The moment my breath ended, I felt myself alive and moving away from the accident. There really is life after death, I told myself. I found myself being drawn to a great white light. I found myself moving faster and faster towards it. I didn't know what to expect or where I was going, but I had a feeling of gloom.
Then I saw Jesus seated at the throne. He looked at me with his arms wide open, saying, come forth. Then I saw myself surrounded by the saints who had given their lives to Christ. It was a totally awesome experience.
I entered into a large chamber hall. There were so many there, of ages, races, and religions. An angel told me I was to go before the judge at the great white throne judgment. As people went before the judge, they were looking for people's names in books.
They opened a book, and an angel started reading aloud all the good things I had done. I realized that all the good things I had done had been a blessing to other people's life that I didn't even know. When they were reading from the book of life, they read my name. My name was not there because of the good things I had done, but because I realized that God had died for me, forgiven me, and changed me.
When I stood before the judge, I saw my good deeds and my bad deeds. I saw myself saying, I don't need that Jesus stuff. Not once in my life, but several times. What a mistake. Then the angel said, her name is not found in the book of life. I was more terrified than ever.
I knew I had done nothing worth being accepted into heaven. Jesus did not say anything about my sin because he had paid for it all. Then I heard him say, well done, my child, well done.
That's when this huge angel came and took all of us whose names weren't found in the book of life. and cast us into the lake of fire. The fire had been made for the devil and his angels. All who didn't know Christ were put there with them. All of us were screaming and in great pain as we were being burned and not being burnt up, while endlessly falling in this deep, dark pit. It has no boundaries. Jesus had paid for our sins, yet we rejected him, and now must pay for them ourselves. If only we had listened!